Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Oswego County online informational video. I am Randy Passano, one of our auctioneers at Collier City Auctions Realty and Management. And this year's Oswego County Real Property Tax Auction, due to New York State COVID-19 mandated mass gathering restrictions, has been converted to strictly an online bidding only auction. Now, you'll see on your screen, we're going to walk you through the process of becoming a member of the site, registering for the auction, downloading your online bidder registration package, and all the key essential things that you'll need to take care of to participate in the auction. All right, so you see we are on our main screen showing day one of the Oswego County tax auction. Tracks 1 through 62 will be offered and sold to the highest bidders on that day. And you'll have to have your online bidder registration package fully completed and to our office in Duanesburg, which is listed on the informational package, by 4 p.m. on August 5th. So you'll see, as I said, this is our main page. All right, lot 1. You can scroll right down through all of the properties that are in the auction. There is approximately 250 properties in the auction at this time. And for example, you'll see each property does list a closing time, August 6, 2020, 10 a.m. to 10:02 a.m. All right, so the way that the auction will work is at 10 o'clock, your first 4 lots will come up on your screen in the live bidding portion. And I'll talk more about what the live portion is through the dynamic ending time of the auction as we get a little bit farther into this. But you'll see at 10 a.m., track 1, track 2, track 3, and track 4. All right, they're all listed to come up and close out between 10 a.m. and 10:02 a.m. Now, through the dynamic ending time, if someone bids on any of those 4 properties when they're counting down from 2 minutes to 0, it will reset for another 2 minutes and continue to do that until no one bids for a 2-minute period. Once that property closes, and after the 2-minute duration, the next set of 4 properties will come up on the screen, and there still may be remaining properties prior to that they're still active bidding on. So you may see many more than 4 properties on your screen, but keep track of your times and the item numbers or track numbers as listed in your brochure that you plan to bid on. Now, you'll also notice that we have set very, very realistic opening bid prices. Most of them are $2,500 on improved properties. Some are $1,500, $1,000. There's landlocked properties that are very, very low opening bids. Highly recommend that the adjacent property owners snatch those up and add to your own property. But to get back on the auction process itself, that gives you a little bit of an idea of how the website works as far as the properties and how they're listed. But you can just scroll down the page right through at your leisure and take and view as many properties as you like. Now, one very important thing to also look at is the More Lot Info tab. It's there for every property. So if you click on the More Lot Info tab, it's going to take you to a little bit more information about the property. It's going to show you a tax map of the property. All right. Shows you the frontage. It shows you the track number 7 is highlighted in red, intersects with state routine and town. All right, so you'll have that as well. You also have the availability up in the left-hand corner of the screen here to open your RPS sheet, all right, which would be downloaded. You open it up, you have what's available from Oswego County for each property. A lot more detailed information. your land assessment, full values, all the information that we could gather for you, we have, and we've compiled it and put it together on the site. So going backwards now, the more lot info will also give you, under item details, your section, block, and lot number, your Swiss code, your property class code, 270. My suggestion to everybody is just Google New York State class codes and you can have a complete breakdown of what they are. 270 is a mobile home. All right, this particular property is on 1.2 acres. Now you'll notice in the auction there's a wide variety of properties, from small lots, slivers, to 100+ acre lots. There's some beautiful homes and there's plenty of handyman specials for all of you flippers out there and first-time home buyers that want the opportunity to buy a property at your price. Make sure that you do not miss this auction. So you see everything from vacant land all the way through. So you'll scroll through the properties and take a good look at them, do your own due diligence, collect more information, but your information is here on the website. All right, so from there, you want to be, first step will be to become a member of the site. So I've pre-filled this out on this one just so you can see it, but you click on become a member right here. All right, so you'll become a member of the site. You'll choose a screen name. Do not use your own personal name is our recommendation. Don't use your email address. Make up something that no one is going to recognize you as, so you can be, discreet, and do not use your email address, as I said, for your member ID. So I've just made up one called Zoom In. You fill it out, you put your passwords in, you put all your information in here, follow it, make sure that everything is fully completed. And as I said, please use an alias. Make up your own catchy screen name. So once you have all the information filled out, you must have 2 phone numbers or it won't let you register, and they must be accurate numbers that we can reach you at, because we may be calling you for an issue with your registration. So be sure that your phone number is correct. Make sure your email is correct. No spaces, no commas. Make sure that you have it's .com, not a comma by accident. So thoroughly check those things when you register, so in case we have to contact you. So you would go through, read the information, fill the form out, and then click submit. Simple as that. Okay, very simple. It says, thank you for joining Collier City Auctions. You are now a member. However, you must use your ID and password to register for each particular auction. Next, we will step into that procedure. All right, once you log in, you put your username, your password, you log into the site. All right, log in. All right, you can go to your home page. You're all logged in. You've registered. You're not ready to bid yet. All right, so you can scroll down to the Oswego auction, and on day 1, it'll bring you right into what we just talked about. Now, very, very, very important. Right over here on the left side where my cursor is, you have the online bidder registration package must be completed and submitted in order to bid. All right, so you have to have that. It's going to ask you to submit to download it. All right, so it downloads. You open it up. This is your critical information right here. All right, this is your online bidding and registration instructions. As we just talked about, there is an instruction sheet. It's page 1. Become a member, which we did. All right, we clicked on submit. We got our ID and our password. We downloaded the bidder registration package. Fully complete it and have it notarized and returned as soon as possible to our office via email or expedited mail with return receipt. We recommend that you use a return receipt, send it FedEx. You can also fax it, which is in this information package. But those of you that may need our fax number, it's area code 518-895-8152. It's 8152, 518-895-8152, 895-8152. So on number 4 here, all highlighted areas must be completed, as well as the forms, regardless of the type of property you plan to bid on. Number 5, all bidder registration packages must be returned to Collier City Auctions no later than August 5th, 2020 at 4 p.m. Once we receive your internet bidder registration package, it'll be reviewed for its completeness. Your online bidding privileges, as long as it is fully completed, notarized, everything that's highlighted is filled in. We will place a $1,000 hold on your credit card, and you'll be approved to bid. You will receive an email that you've been approved to bid. So read through this information. Successful bidders, if you end up buying a property, we have dates scheduled. So please put these on your calendars now, because we will not have any other dates available. Monday, August 10th, Tuesday, August 11th, and Wednesday, August 12th. It's 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. You'll make an appointment during these times and keep your appointment, or you'll be charged a $100 rescheduling fee. Please, I can't stress enough that make your appointment, keep your appointment, and be on time. All right, because if you don't show, your credit card will be charged. All right, that's in the terms. All right, you're bidding, we're giving you the bidding privileges. We ask you to please be honorable, respectful to the county and the taxpayers of the county who are trying to get these properties back on the tax rolls through competitive bidding and public bidding. And due to COVID-19, masks are required at all times while you're in the county building. We will have signs posted guiding you in to the legislative chambers. Please keep your appointment, arrive on time. All right, so let's follow through this a little bit quicker so we can keep you guys going here. You may also submit or pick up your internet bidder package at your local town clerk, the treasurer's office, or real property tax. They have printed out versions of this. If you don't have a printer, I suggest you go to a friend's library somewhere where you're going to be able to fill this out, get it submitted, and not only that, do your online bidding. So once you go through this, it has your standard terms in it. Many of them apply, very similar to the live auction that we truly miss doing and seeing all of you this year, but it's out of our control as far as converting to an online bidding only. When you come in to do your contracts, you'll be required to place a 10% down payment, plus a 10% buyer's premium and a $300 administrative fee per property, and based on the total amount of your bid price. If your bid price is $1,000 or less, you're required to pay in full plus the buyer's premium and administrative fee when you come in to pay your contract. And that payment must be either in cash, MasterCard, Visa, Discover, debit card, or official guaranteed teller bank check made payable to Collier City Auctions. If you're bringing it in after the auction, have it made payable to Collier City Auctions, but it has to be on a bank that is insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, or National Credit Union Association, without exception. There are no money orders, no personal or business checks will be accepted whatsoever. So read through all of this information that's in here, just like we have every year. Payments post-auction shall begin being accepted by the county on August 17th. Your last date to pay is September 10th, 2020. If you don't pay by that date, your contract will become null and void, and you will forfeit all monies paid. Be sure to do all of your due diligence on each property prior to bidding. All right, so be sure to read through all of this information, which is, detailed, but it's very, very critical and related to the auction and the purchase of the property. Specifically, for example, paragraph 22. You're not responsible for payment of any delinquent taxes prior to the foreclosure, but will be responsible for prorated portion of current year county tax bill, including any re-levies included on that bill. Purchasers are also responsible for prorated portions of current year tax bills, including city, village, and school tax, and any water, sewer, rents, or other charges that may be levied on subsequent tax bills. It is solely the bidder's responsibility to conduct all due diligence prior to bidding. Number 23, if you are a former owner, make sure you mark this. Everybody mark this, yes or no. If you are a former owner, you are welcome to register and bid, but you must contact our office and find out what your minimum amount due to the county is with back taxes, interest, penalties. You must bid that amount. And if you are the successful bidder, regardless at that amount, or if it's at 10 times that amount, if you are the successful bidder, you will be required to follow the same terms and procedures as every other registered bidder, which means you put down your total of 20% plus your 300 and pay your balance of the purchase price to the county by September 10th. Excuse me. So at the bottom of this form, all the highlighted areas must be filled in. All right, social or federal ID, if you're buying, you're going to put your name, your mailing address, city, state, valid current phone number that we can verify your information at, valid current email, critical. We need to be able to email you and call you. All right, you will fill in here your name in this line. You'll sign it in front of a notary public, stating that you acknowledge that you've read and clearly understand all of the terms of the online only auction. On page 6, we have a credit card agreement form. Read through this. Again, Visa, MasterCard, Discover. All right, you will put in your credit card number, the verification code, and the expiration date, and the available credit limit on your card. Once we approve you, we will place a $1,000 hold on that card. Your card will not be charged for any of your balances due as far as your down payment and buyer's premium unless you bid and don't show and we don't hear from you. Then you're giving us unconditional rights to charge your card. All right, it's not fair to any other bidder if you bid and don't follow through. So please be sure to follow through. If you have any at all concerns about whether you're going to be able to follow through, we ask you to please hold back on this auction and just don't participate. Maybe possibly wait for the next one. Page 7. We require you to put your name up here, and also you're going to need to place your driver's license or government issued ID. If it's you and your wife, you both have to. Business, if you and your partner, driver's licenses are government issued ID only. You'll put those there. Photocopy, they must be legible. We must be able to see your photo. You'll sign this again in front of a notary public. Next, we move on to the New York State disclosure form, which any one of you that's purchased property before has seen this form. It's required by Department of State that we disclose to you, as well as the county discloses that we only represent Oswego County and not you, any of the buyers whatsoever. Next, we have a lead-based paint disclosure. We do require this form to be sent in regardless of if you're planning on only buying land. We ask you to please initial the highlights, sign it, does not have to be notarized, but send it back just in case you decide to buy an improved property. We have to have this form. All right, regardless, send it back to us. Next is the new New York State Housing and Anti-Discrimination Disclosure Form. which our fabulous Governor Cuomo just added to our paperwork that is required to be completed by buyers and sellers. So on this form, we put on here that you would put your name, you will sign as the real estate consumer, signature, you'll date it, and that's it on there. Simple as that with those forms. Now we've added the last page, the absentee bid form. Now, for any reason, if you are unable to participate through internet bidding, or if you would prefer to send in your bid via an absentee bid form, very, very simple to fill this form out. You must use one for each property you're interested in bidding on. All right, so you would list your tract number right here, the description of address of the property, and you will put in your max bid. What you would need to include with your with your absentee bid form would be your 10% down payment, 10% buyer's premium, your $300 administrative fee, your total. That's what has to be included with this form. So if you have slow internet, no access to internet, please feel free to use this form, and we will bid on your behalf only up to your reserve or up to your maximum bid amount. Now, with that said, we don't start at your max bid on there. You will start as bidding as though you were at the floor at the auction. Okay? So if you put a $10,000 bid in there and you end up buying the property for $8,000, like you would if you were actually bidding online, that's the way we handle it. All right? In all fairness to you, we treat you as though you are participating in the online auction just like everyone else will be. Before we complete this, again, credit card or official bank teller check, no money orders or anything else, no personal or business checks accepted. Excuse me. Make sure that that's received in our office by August 5th at 4 p.m. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the information as best as we can provide it to you in an informational video. Please be sure to take the time to go through all of the forms that are on the site, but this is very, very important. I can't stress enough. You have to download this, get it filled out, get it notarized in the places, make sure all highlighted areas are filled in, and get it back to our office via email, fax, overnight delivery, however you need to make sure we have it in our office by August 5th at 4 p.m. to make sure we get you approved for the following morning. And other than that, feel free to email us, call our office for any questions or concerns. We are there Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, to help you and guide you through any assistance you may need to get this paperwork completed. And we want you to feel comfortable with this year's change with strictly online bidding only. And we wish you the best of luck in bidding. And again, please call us if you need any assistance. Thank you.